right now on 5 on your side at 10.
We have a weather alert day for tomorrow. I'm timing out our chances for rain and snow.
A violent holiday weekend capping off a less deadly year in St. Louis.
We can't make sense of it.
The plea of community advocates as they continue to search for solutions. Students fighting to reverse course.
I would say this sends the message that not everyone is included within our community.
The growing student petition tonight in St. Charles County to reinstate Black history curriculum. But we start tonight with that weather alert with a chance of a wintry mix tomorrow. Good evening. I'm Brent Solomon. Mike and Kelly have the week off. Right now, that mix of rain and snow is moving across Missouri, and it could cause issues here in the bi-state come tomorrow. Let's get right over to meteorologist Jim Castillo, who's tracking it all for us. Jim.
Yeah, hi, Brent. So we were watching Kansas City all day, and most of the day, they haven't had too many issues with the snow, but it was coming down. And just talking to family members there, it did accumulate a little bit on the grassy areas, but no problems on the roadways. And the winter weather advisory was canceled early for Kansas City, but it remains north and west of that area. So for us, we were at 50 today for the high. Yesterday was 60. The day before that, it was 68 on Christmas Eve. But we're at 44 right now, well above freezing. And you can imagine the roadway surface temperatures are well above freezing, and even the soil temperatures are near 50. So Doppler weather radar showing any moisture still to the west of our viewing area. So we're still watching Kansas City and western Missouri, and that area of blue and also white, that's the snow that has been mixing in there with the rain. So we're watching the weather headlines. Again, soil temperatures are way up. Whatever snow falls likely melts pretty quickly. So rain and snow showers all day tomorrow, even watching tomorrow night. And air temperatures, by the way, expected to be above freezing as we get into the entire day tomorrow and even tomorrow night. So still watching another chance of some snow showers late Thursday and Friday. I'll time this all out for you. Coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll check in with you then. MoDOT is keeping a close eye on the forecast for the possibility of that wintry weather. If the roads get bad, MoDOT says it will deploy every available snowplow operator. They'll work 12-hour shifts until all major roads are clear. If the road conditions deteriorate, drivers are asked to use caution or, better yet, stay at home. Remember, you can get the latest weather first forecast anytime. Text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send it straight to your phone. Well, gun violence hasn't taken a holiday in St. Louis. Although the city's homicide rate is down, shootings continue. Noon tonight, 5 on your side's Robert Townsend takes a closer look at the numbers.
It was a violent Christmas Eve on the streets of St. Louis. Police say 5 shootings occurred that day. 3 were deadly. A neighbor's Ring doorbell camera caught this chilling one in the 900 block of Talmadge near Midtown on video. It showed 2 men hopped out of a car, approached a man standing on a porch, and then one of the guys repeatedly shot him. Police say 20-year-old Sean Kennedy of Ferguson died.
We need to change some of these laws.
Sharon Webb, the president of Mothers Advocating Safe Streets, calls the gun violence in the city an epidemic. She wants to see criminals get stiffer penalties.
If they see that they are not going to just get a slap on the hand, where they go in and come out, then maybe some of it would stop.
The pre-Christmas shootings happened on the city's south side, north side, and downtown. Records show 199 homicides occurred in St. Louis as of December 26, 2022. 155 1 year later. The killings have dropped nearly 25%. Still, the violent crime keeps happening all across the city, and longtime community leaders keep searching for answers.
I take my hat off to Chief Robert Tracy, because the murders this year have decreased, and hopefully they will continue to decrease.
On Sunday, many will gather for Mothers Advocating Safe Streets' annual candlelight service in honor of the men, women, and children who lost their lives in the city and county.
There's some way we could come together and try to find a remedy.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
And the group's candlelight service will happen Sunday from 4 until 6 p.m. at the Williams Temple Church of God in Christ on Union Boulevard. Tomorrow, the search for a missing St. Louis woman will move to North City. Today, family and friends of Marquisha Williams searched for her in Staunton, Illinois. She was last seen with Trenton Ivy. He was arrested days later in Wisconsin on unrelated charges. Williams' family is pleading for volunteers to help them in their search.
Please, anybody that you know that knows somebody that can help us,
everybody.
please
We
help
need our
us.
home. We need our home.
Please.
The family is meeting tomorrow morning at 9 at the Light of Jericho Baptist Church located at St. Louis and Simple Avenues. Tonight, a man is in custody in Jefferson County accused of wrestling a deputy's gun away and firing a shot. It happened earlier tonight in Festus on Harness Road. The sheriff's office says the deputy was trying to arrest the man after finding him in a stolen car. No one was hit by the gunfire, but both the deputy and the suspect had to go to the hospital for injuries from that fight. Tonight, a 19-year-old man is behind bars accused of stealing nearly 40 iPads from the St. Louis Board of Elections. Investigators say Marion Dukes and two others were seen on surveillance video using a stolen key fob to break into the building twice last month. The election board says no personal info of voters or election integrity were affected. Tonight, Francis Howell students are taking action after the school board's decision last week to remove Black history and literature from courses. Our Laura Bercheski talked with students tonight about a petition that has already garnered thousands of signatures. Laura.
Brent, these Francis Howell students say they want the school board to rethink this decision to remove these Black Studies courses and hope this petition they started will show just how much it means to them.
Last week, the Francis Howell Board of Education voted 5-2 to remove Black history and literature electives from the curriculum that use content from the social justice standards, the Teaching Tolerance Anti-Bias Framework. Francis Howell North student Harper Schneider says many students are upset about the move.
I would say this sends the message that not everyone is included within our community, and we need to make sure everyone is included and feels heard and seen in our communities.
This is why she started a petition with support from other students like Ryan Fleming, who says Black Studies classes give an important perspective, especially when it comes to history.
Being able to see other perspectives of the same history would really give students an insight on why America is where it is today, because the history classes that we teach today aren't just, that's not it. You know, there's every part of history from every different kinds of people.
School board president Adam Bertrand said in a statement there are controversial parts of the content these courses use and would, quote, be supportive of bringing these courses back after removal of this controversial standard. The superintendent didn't agree with the board and said he and the district leadership team want to make sure they could bring them back somehow.
We're committed to finding a way to do that in a way that hopefully the board would be supportive of it and that we can bring back because, again, we value them and we think they are important to continue to offer for all of our students throughout the district.
Fleming and Schneider both wanted to take these courses in an upcoming school year as soon as they were eligible for more electives.
I think we just need to take a few steps closer to more inclusive society and inclusive school life, because every student goes to school regardless of what happens, and making us feel, in a box is not okay.
The petition currently has almost 3,000 signatures. And the NAACP in St. Charles County is also hosting a discussion about this issue this Thursday for those interested students and parents.
All right, Laura, keep us posted. A legal loss tonight for the St. Louis couple who gained national notoriety when they pointed guns at protesters. A state appeals court sided with a lower court judge who ruled against Mark and Patricia McCloskey from getting their guns back. The couple pleaded guilty after waving guns at a social justice demonstration outside of their Central West End home back in 2020. The next year, the McCloskeys filed a lawsuit arguing the pardon they received from Governor Mike Parson nullified all judgments and orders in the case. Well, Monday is New Year's Day, and it's also the deadline for Illinois gun owners to register assault weapons with the state. Numbers from Illinois State Police show only 8,100 people have registered their banned weapons or their attachments. Nearly 2.5 million people in the state are registered gun owners. Registration has to be done online.
This 5 on Your Side Cotton Bowl coverage is sponsored by Holland Injury Law.
All right, we're just days away from the Mizzou Tigers playing in this year's Cotton Bowl Classic. The team hit the practice field today ahead of Friday's matchup against Ohio State. Corey Miller is here now with reaction from one of the team's biggest stars. Corey.
Well, Brett, Mizzou held its first open media practice today down in Dallas ahead of Friday night's Cotton Bowl against Ohio State, and the spotlight was on the team's St. Louis-led offense. It's pretty much a St. Louis all-star team for the Tigers on offense. Led by Chaminade quarterback Brady Cook, Mizzou features Lutheran South running back Cody Schrader, East St. Louis receiver Luther Burden III, Trinity receiver Mookie Cooper, and Francis Howell tight end Brett Norfleet. We heard from some of those stars today about what they're visualizing heading into the game.
What's the one moment you've been visualizing?
Yeah, Mr. Cook, I really appreciate that. That's a good question. I think definitely the moment I'm visualizing is at the end of the game when the fourth quarter, runs out. That moment. But can't get too far ahead of ourselves. But still a lot to do. We've got to play those 4 quarters, and I'm excited to see ourselves on that podium.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Brady Cook asking the question to his running back there. We will hear more from Brady coming up in sports about how quarterbacking the Tigers in this specific game truly feels like a full circle moment.
Building the excitement there. We have a team down in Arlington covering all things Mizzou this week. Look for live reports from Sports Director Frank Cusimano and Mercedes McKay beginning tomorrow night at 5 and 6. Just hours from now, nurses at SLU Hospital preparing to leave their patients' bedsides for the picket line. What their walkout means for patient care. Saving on specs.
The quality of glasses from online retailers has markedly improved.
Tonight, we're helping you have a clearer vision before shopping for glasses online.
Get ready for a winter mix of rain and snow in the areas that could see some light accumulations.